So Dakarai Spiritual. Once again, we're sitting here chilling live. Bernie Burns. I'm right here, man. Dakarai Spiritual.
You know what I mean?
I know him as Big Ty. Live in the full effect.
I got many names, many names.
You know what I'm saying? What was that first name? You said you had Ice Chipper or something?
Ice Chipper. My first name was MCT.
MCT.
You know what I'm saying? Went from MCT to Homie Rebel.
Homie Rebel.
Homie Rebel.
So Homie Rebel don't
Homie
play
didn't play that. You know what I'm saying? Homie Rebel was the name. And I dropped the Homie and I was just Rebel.
Rebel. That sounds pretty sharp. That must have been around 92-ish.
Around 92-ish. Then I was Rebel X. You know what I mean? I went through all kinds of phases.
Right.
In the Rebel X phase, I was trying to be a little pro-black. You know what I'm saying? Then out of nowhere,
have a little Malcolm X.
out of nowhere emerged Dakarai. I don't know where he came from.
Right.
But I got that name, I stuck with it.
Just from out the crevices somewhere. This is Fines. Fines got some pretty nice little deals on decent clothing. So Big Ty, when are we gonna be able to get one of those exclusive freestyles, man?
Exclusive freestyle.
Exclusive freestyle, something from up off of the album.
Something off the album?
Yeah.
You really don't want to freestyle, man, if you want something off the album.
Well, let me say this. You know how nowadays we got DJ Clue mixtapes, DJ Blue Kid, etc. And they say new Sheik Luke's freestyle. He spits the freestyle, and then the next week you hear the same exact freestyle over a different beat.
Yeah.
And a week after that you hear it on his album.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that's not official.
That's not official, right?
If you're gonna call it a freestyle, make it a freestyle. That's
right.
Official. You know what I'm saying?
Make it a freestyle and unwritten. MCs, young MCs, learn the game.
That's right.
So we're walking in here towards, got the Dollar Store, Sears, and Champs. Once again, live in the full effect, Chesapeake Square Mall, Family Fun and Friends Day. I'm here live with my right-hand man, Dakarai Spiritual. Check this out, man. Somehow they got a bus up in the middle of the mall. Y'all gotta check this out, people.
This is wild.
Yeah.
This is wild.
So Big Ty, tell me about the album we're working with that's currently available now. Dawn on the Darq City. Where did that title originate from?
The album, Dawn on the Darq City.
Right.
Darq City, that is another one of my many names that I go by. Dawn on the Darq City basically is saying, because the album title is Dawn on the Darq City with the question mark behind it.
Right.
And it's basically asking the question, will there be a dawn in the Darq City?
Okay.
Will there ever be light within the Darq City? You know, it's an unanswered question. You know, it could be light or it could remain dark. And Darq City just basically represents what's inside of me. It's kind of dark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of light, but it's mostly dark.
Okay.
It also reflects my complexion because I'm dark skinned.
Right. So it's multiple. It has a multiple meaning, but it still has a central idea, and it pretty much makes a lot of sense. Will there ever be a dawn on the Darq City? The question mark pretty much explains it all, I guess. You know, dawn on the Darq City. Of course, the Darq City, dawn is the rise of the sun. So, tell me about some of your featured tracks that you got on this album, man. I've heard a couple of the singles already, Sunstorms and what was the other single? The first single you dropped?
First single was Sunstorms, and we came out with Space Time Continuum.
Space Time Continuum.
Space Time Continuum. Both of them the joints hit hard, you know what I mean? A lot of people was feeling Sunstorms, a lot of people was feeling Space Time Continuum more.
Right.
And after that, I just decided to drop the album. Got 13 tracks on it. You know what I'm saying? Just dropped it 2 weeks ago. And it's nothing that you're used to.
All right. So we can't expect any pimps and BIs and HOs.
No pimps, no BIs,
Tech
no
Nines,
HOs, no Tech Nines,
kilos, cocaine, etc.
None of that stuff.
So
I mean, even if I was into that, I think I would probably keep that separate from my music, because my music is my music. You know, that should always be a little separate.
Right.
You're doing music, you need to do the music from the heart, and you know what you feel. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? What you think the people is gonna feel.
Definitely, I feel you on that. So, I mean, being that it's not anything that you're normally used to, how would you feel about putting that type of album out in today's culture where, you know, we're filled up with Camerons and, you know, we got, of course, Jay-Z's retired, but, you know, we got the Jay-Z's and, No, she's pretty subtle, but you know, we got the vibes about the down south rappers, and I mean, how do you feel about coming out like a fly in a bowl of milk, basically?
The way I look at it, man, is all of those rappers you just named, Jay-Z, Nas, Cameron, they all wanted to make a difference. They all wanted to set aside or set apart themselves from everybody else by bringing forth something that you never heard of.
Right.
Or, you know, if it's something that you heard of, maybe they put a twist on it.
Okay.
You know, so they can put their own notch in the game.
Right.
And that's all everybody's doing. You know, most people, they would rather follow whatever somebody else is doing. Somebody would rather do what Jay-Z is doing because that's what's popular.
Right.
What Nas is doing because that's what's popular.
Kind of trace them out and
spiritual leader in which I lead myself. You know, I don't follow the trends. You know, I don't follow anybody else's style. I do how I feel it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like just as long as I'm doing the music how I feel it,
right,
everybody else is going to feel it because they know that I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody. I mean, the music is not going to necessarily be for everybody.
Right.
There's always a certain crowd or a certain market that you can target your music to, and just because you feeling it, they're going to feel it. That certain market will feel what you're doing.
Okay, so I guess that means you wouldn't be as concerned with record sales as with, say, someone like a Jewel Santana or, you know, different names of such sort.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Record sales is good. Record sales is cool, you know, to get your name out there, but that should never be your total goal, you know, because you may not make no money in the music industry. You should do the music because you feel it. Do it because you like doing it.
But,
and, you know, it makes you happy.
But according to most artists nowadays, if you get a record label, you can get $1 million chains and spinning rims, Range Rovers, mansions, houses on the hills. I mean, that's what it's about nowadays, right? So why would you come up with an album stating the total complete opposite, exposing all the truth? Well, exposing the lies and telling the truth, basically.
Right. I mean, all of the fame and the money and the glamour, that's what they into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you are an artist, even with people who paint and draw, you know, they paint and draw, you know, what they feel, they paint and draw what they see. Right. I'm not going to say some of these thug rappers don't paint what they see, because most of them do, probably. But with me, I would rather enlighten you with something positive, or enlighten you with something that you never heard of, or if you've heard of it before. Just shed a different light on a different side of the mountain to it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than doing the same thing that somebody else just did.
Okay, I feel you. So, as far as the album, what's up with the production? I mean, you got any local cats? I mean, exactly where's your production coming from on this album?
Well, the production is mostly, I did half of the production on the album. And
okay,
the other half was split between my two brothers, my man's The Paradox, and another one of my boys, Rob. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They each did at least 2 joints apiece.
Okay, so it's a couple different flavors in the melting pot, so to speak. Right. For this album.
Right, and I think that's good. You know, sometimes it's good to have a little diversity in there. But sometimes it's good to not have so much of the diversity. You know, it just all depends on whatever fits.
Right.
And I feel like even though I got some diversity on there, it all fit together.
Okay. So you got all the different pieces of the puzzle, but you put it all together. That sounds pretty sharp, man. Well, how many tracks are you working with? Is this one of those 18-track LPs or?
13-track joint. 13. No intermissions, no interludes. 13 tracks, straight music, song to song. You know what I'm saying? And it all relates to each other. You know? When you listen to one song, you get the message behind that one. But when you get into the next one, that one reflects the end message of the last one.
So there's no skits up here with people flushing stools and no skits with people getting shot.
No people getting shot, no people getting bent down. I mean, even though that's a part of life, that's reality.
Right.
But instead of doing a skit about it, I'd rather write a song about what happens in reality.
Okay.
Doing a skit about what happens.
And just put it out in full length. Gotcha. That sounds pretty good. Was y'all heard it here first at Empire Entertainment TV? You know, putting it down like that. Live when I made a Carver Spiritual.
You know what I'm saying?
Chesapeake Square Mall, Chesapeake, VA.
Was looking on the interview, my man.
Yeah, ain't no thing at all. So you got any future singles coming up? You got planned?
Future. I can see.
Uh-oh, is that a chick you got there?
She's something nice in the future over there.
Go ahead, let me get this on camera for you. Where's she at? There you go, Big Ty. You got your Foot Locker chick ready to get some discount sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, you know? So, yeah, you said you got a couple singles. Any more singles coming up? Or?
In the future, from this album, I may put out joint number 7, Our Life. I may put that out as a single.
Okay, now Our Life is a banger. I definitely,
A lot of people feeling it.
yeah, I've been getting a lot of good feedback on Our Life. I mean, it's just a real song and it really touches home, and it's got a lot of serious stuff in it.
A lot of seriousness.
Yo, do you see this? All You Can Smoke, live and in full effect. EMP TV, baby. That's Everlasting Music Production Television, live and in full effect.
What is it? Everlasting what?
Everlasting Music Production, ear rhymes, etc. Empire. Straight like that, baby. So,
Everlasting Music Productions.
yeah, you know.
Kind of in the light of the BDPs and the DMPs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess you could say kind of, sort of, you know.